So Colton and I have been working together for a few years now.
Yeah.
Something like that.
I know. It seems like a lot more because it feels like it's been a lot of content. Like I feel like there's been so many things that we've done that it's surprising it's been that like short a time, I guess.
It's been a journey. We've come a long ways, and it's been really fun to kind of progress together.
Right. And I think you've grown with people and stuff, but somebody does what you do and you make people feel comfortable, which is nice.
Yeah,
you know.
Right. I need you to be in a good mood. I need you to, like we always we tell people like not to have a bunch of coffee beforehand because we've had a bunch of people have a bunch of coffee before we film and like they can't remember their name and the tangents that they'll go on, the rants are just nonstop and it's constantly like coffee makes them like, where did I go? Where was I going? What was I doing? Why were we talking about that? How did we get
taking a shot or something.
Yeah, how did we get on elk in Montana?
And I think that's what you do really good that I've appreciated is you coached me a lot at the beginning because I didn't know what to do and I would have been so lost and I'd been talking about elk Montana and I don't even hunt. Yeah. But I would have talked about it, you know? But like you helped me like develop that script. And so I think you guys are really good at bringing people up that don't know what they're doing, but also then like, you know, letting people glide and like rise on their own when they get to that point. So, and if you need help, you're there for it. So
and everybody's kind of got their own abilities and journey and stuff like that. And like, as long as you're giving me your best stuff, like that's all I can ask for. That's all I want and stuff. And that's like you had no fear when you were starting these things. And like, that's the number one thing that we run into is like, oh, well, I'm not comfortable on camera. I don't remember talking to you about being uncomfortable on camera. I don't remember it being an issue. You just kind of
fake it till you make it. Man.
Exactly. Get out there and do it. And that's how I feel right now. Like I'm not naturally jumping on camera, but like I know it's good for people to see me, and it's good for me to practice, and it's good to get to know people on a personal level and stuff like that. And versus just like, you know, here's the products that I offer and here's what I did for other people. Like there's just not a lot of connection in that. Okay, so here's our first video. One of our first videos. This was from our Evergreen content package. So you want to be the Ridgefield expert. And so we started making content about Ridgefield so that you could get your name out there and people could see that you're a man of the community and stuff like that. So here's our first one. So this was at the high school.
It's the Ridgefield Outdoor Recreation Complex, the work. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. We didn't ask anybody. We just went and set up in a corner where nobody was and went for it. I'm surprised nobody came and kicked us out of there. No,
it looks good. I mean, now looking at it, I'm like, my shirt with the green, I'm just like, I could have chose something different. Like I had no idea what I was even doing. Like, you know,
that's something we could have called out too. Yeah.
But once you start filming, you wear that one thing, you got to wear it the whole time.
You got to have continuity.
I was like, oh, how long was my hair? Did I shave? Like, what was going on?
That's so helpful that you think about that stuff because with all the stuff we're thinking about, that's can be one of the first things to go.
Man,
is this place still open? They have really good seafood.
Really good. Yeah. This was a mouthful.
Yeah. And the businesses were excited to have us out there to film and make stuff like that's a good shot.
Yeah, definitely. No, they were super. I mean, it was nice too. Like we worked together on finding the places, or at least reaching out, right? So it was like it wasn't just totally on me. You guys helped with that, which is nice. Yeah, everybody was so nice and so helpful, which is key.
Yeah.
It's just like this. Like I felt like I prepped, but I could have done better now knowing what I know, and it was just repetition and practice. Yeah, you know. So it's like hard to look at the first one.
Experience and stuff. Yeah, this still looks really good.
It does look good, and it's crazy. You guys went out multiple times, got these drone shots, and you know, I did my part, but then you guys continue to do it.
I think I got to a point where I was editing. I was like, man, I need a couple more shots, and we just go out and get them.
Yeah, man. Too bad we didn't get the Costco and in and out on there.
Yeah, That's good, man. It's like long form, which like I think we were when we were making that stuff too. We were kind of at the tail end of like that being acceptable, like for like that kind of self-marketing videos and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean that's the toughest part. Is you look back on something that's 2 years or a year and a half ago at this point, and it's just, you have to change, right, with what's going on. And like that, I look at that now and it's like cringy in the aspect of like, I have my first time on camera. And so like, that's hard, but then also like that long form, all this stuff. There's so many things I'm seeing where now I think if we did it, we would totally change up how we're executing it and making it more short form, quick, get to the point. Yeah. There's just so much dialogue in there.
I bet, I bet we could do, maybe we'll try that sometime. We'll take one of those videos and see what, like redo it for today. Or something,
yeah, that'd be kind of cool,
and watch
actually.
It be like a 25-second video with all the same, with the same
You literally can get
dialogue.
all that in there with 25 seconds. Yeah, I know.
Just bam, 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 bam.
I realize people don't want to hear about me.
It's like to a certain extent, you know, they want to like see that you have a vibe, what your vibe is like and stuff like that.
Right.
So like that can be good, and for like maybe the right person and stuff. But like,
well, it's hard too on that video. you know, like we were joking earlier, how Kaylin was holding up the like reflector or whatever, like for the lighting, and it's like the sun that's coming in my eyes. I'm trying to read the prompter.
Arms
and,
up, Kaylin.
Yeah, I was like, man, she got a workout in that day. That's for sure.
Yeah, she earns.
Every time I missed on it, every time I got it like a line wrong or something, I was like, oh no, I'm sorry, Kaylin, this is bad. You just have to hold that longer and longer to get this right.
And she's listening for audio and all kinds of other stuff too. Yeah. So let's look at our ping pong listing, and this was a fun one because everybody volunteered for this. That's one of my favorite things about it. You volunteered to be an actor in it. We volunteered to make it. You found a listing, and Nicole let us film in this big $4 million listing.
She just closed on it, actually.
Yeah, she did. And man, we put a lot of planning on this. Like, we like to plan. Like, the more things get planned out, the better the end result is. And we just wanted something that we could try and pull off, I think, is really what we were looking for.
It was a challenge. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, and we weren't really sure exactly how it was going to go, but we made a shot list, and we found the house, and we went and checked it out and made sure it was the right fit for what we wanted. And what actually got us going on it was we were looking at listing videos, and we were looking at the watch through rate on them, and they're like 15 seconds, less than that. And so people pay a bunch of money, and people spend a bunch of time making a 3-minute listing video, and like the first 10 seconds are all anybody's going to see. And so how do we get people to watch all the way through? Like, we wanted to see every room in the house and fall in love with it, which is, you just can't do in the first 10 seconds. So we need a story.
Right.
People will follow the story so that they can find out how it ends, and it's kind of more entertaining than just room after room after room after room. But we still want to show the house off too, so it was just kind of a perfect mix. I got to scratch my short film itch.
That's how you call it?
Yeah, pretty much. And we got to make some useful content out of it. That's my favorite thing is to make stuff that performs, and I love making marketing stuff, and the idea that people use it to grow their business, and it's fun to make something useful like that, versus some of the stuff that can just be fun to watch, but like this stuff serves a purpose, and 100%. that makes it fun for me.
And this is perfect too, like having the dialogue right here to set the tone for what the story kind of is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, you're showing like some of the main things to get people to understand like what kind of place you're filming in.
Right.
And it's funny too, like I think we did this last August, like all the things that I would change in it, just, not even a year later, I would make this thing so much faster.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. I mean, just the way the house is showcased with... This was a great idea. I mean, there's, we tried to think of better ways to do this, but the idea that ping pong ball going around the house and you get to see everything in the house.
I love that you untucked your shirt and stuff. That was perfect. Oh, funny.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah. But yeah, that was really fun. That took a whole day to shoot. And
a minute long.
Yeah, and it's a minute long. Yeah, I thought we were gonna knock that out in 3 hours.
Yeah,
and
classic Joey.
Yeah. And it was like 6 at least or something.
No, that was... I mean, I think still, like you said, there's stuff you would change. Shorter nowadays is better.
Yeah.
But giving a house of that caliber and how much you have to see, even if you watch any listing video, it's going to be 2.5 minutes long probably. And we had a storyline, plus you got to see every part of the house for the most part in that 1 minute. I mean... And we really achieved the goal we were after too. The watch through rate, over 50% of people watched it all the way through. Yeah. And that's... And the shares and... Insane. Yeah, insane how organically that thing got passed around, and yeah, it was really fun. I always want to do more complicated. I'm like, that was too simple. As complicated as that was, I'm like, well, let's see what we can do to put a little bit more into it. No, that was a lot of fun though. Yeah, it's good. So this is another Ridgefield business. Yeah, this one, people love this place in Ridgefield, so it was a must hit for us, I think. I had never been there, and I am crazy about this place. I've been there a couple of times since then, and Rhonda's... I mean, she makes it what it is. You don't have to have any merchandise in there. If you just went to hang out with her, it'd be worth it. It's fun to just go pop in and talk to her, and like you're going to pick something up because she has like the best of everything, but she's just so fun. And she loves what she does, and you just feel like she cares about you with everything. She cares about everything in that store. Oh yeah. You're really going into her world, and it's fun, man. She's... One, she has a lot of, just her personality alone, like talking about learning to be on camera and stuff, she makes... I also have done a few of these at this point, but she made me feel more comfortable. Like, it was crazy. Oh, I bet. Yeah, she's super comfortable with it. She has a great following, and that's why you can't help but watch her and be hooked. I mean, it's crazy because it goes back to why you do video. And I feel like going in there again, she does so much video already. I could talk to her, do this interview so easily because I just feel like I knew her.
And she's just open, and she knows, like, she's in her zone right here, big time.
Definitely.
And it shows.
Your vision of it was nice, like how it was going to look.
Oh, cool.
I think too, her store was a great backdrop for this too. Just the way it looked.
Yeah, we had a lot of options and stuff, and we shot like right in the middle of the day too. Like there's people shopping right over your shoulder and stuff. It was really funny. I love it. Kaylin loves it even more. Like is like the realness that you get from people and stuff, and like the raw emotion and getting to know people and sharing experience, good or bad. Like that's probably what's like that's my favorite end result, is being able to see all that stuff. Like I love the cameras and you know being able to do all this stuff, but like when you like get a deeper level with somebody like that, and like you get to hear their story, like it just, for me, it takes me out of my little bubble that I put myself in and think about how other people's lives are, what they walk around with and stuff, and that means a lot to me.
Yeah, no, I agree. Your dog in the background.
Your dog is so cute, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Nice, man. So much cool stuff in there.
You know, at the end there, you always do it, because I think that's the hardest part for me, is like I'm doing these interviews and stuff, and you know, I don't want to make it about me. Like we're doing these interviews, we're doing stuff, and you're thinking ahead, like right when we go to editing, what we're gonna do, and like this is our end goal of this video. Yes, we want to spotlight this and spotlight that, but we put this work in and we did this for this reason. And I would appreciate, because you're like, hey, let's do a retake there. Let's like, what do you want people to do? What's your call to action, essentially? You know?
Well, because I'm watching you interview these people, and like you, like the further in you get into interviewing them, like the more you care about them. I don't know if you feel that, but that's the way it looks. But you're like, I shouldn't be bragging about my business. We're here for them, you know. Yeah. But like, we have to pay the bills,
right?
You know,
right? Exactly. Sadly,
yeah. So I love that about you, man. Okay, let's do playmakers. Okay, This one was really fun.
This was a cool shot too.
Yeah, I love that one.
And it looked good. I mean, I don't play pool, but look.
Yeah, that was a good break.
Yeah.
Man, he's such a nice guy.
Oh my gosh. And he really cares about the food.
He does, man. It's so fun to watch him talk about food. Solid dishes too.
I was just thinking, like, I'm kind of hungry. It's like,
it's they brought everything out too. Like we're like, we need 3 dishes, and they're like, how about this one and this one and this one also?
Yeah.
And they just kept bringing them. And they're like, are you guys hungry? And
like, yes.
We're trying to film quick so we can eat all this stuff.
That's the worst part about doing these food ones, is the food has to sit for so long while you're filming and setting it up.
They brought out some fresh ones though for us to eat while we were packing up and stuff. They're really nice.
No, they were great.
Solid pizza.
Yeah. This backdrop looks good too, with the bar in the back and the TVs.
Yeah, they have a cool atmosphere there. It's a huge meal.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically a salad.
It's funny seeing this too, like looking back at older videos, just like the interview of like, you know, who I am, and I'm standing there on the field at the Rourke. I'd have been so nervous to like talk and do stuff in front of people, you know, and like now we're here in the restaurant, there's people there, like it's a normal day, and it's just crazy how repetition on anything helps, but in video especially, like feeling comfortable and knowing you're not like crazy.
Yeah, for sure, man. Yeah, it can get nerve-wracking.
Right.
But the more you do it, that's why I'm sitting here right now.
Yeah. Those tots are good too, the Cajun tots, man.
They do a wing challenge that we've been talking about, and like I keep wanting to work myself up and think I can do it, and I watch Hot Ones and I'm like, I don't know, man. It's I think it's as hot as the last one on Hot Ones there. I know,
you've been trying to convince me, but
nuts.
I mean, you're gonna be paying for that for like 4 days, you know? That's not a 1-day event. That's not a 10-minute thing. That's like 36 hours at least.
We're gonna schedule some time off after that. Yeah, and they have like, they do different dishes at different places so you can try something new. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. No, I mean, different drinks at each location too, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
No, they were all great to work with. I mean, it's...
From jump, yeah.
I think it was kind of crazy that we didn't realize how many people care about playmakers in general. Like the people that have there, the marketing, they have the managers, and everybody actually like wants to be there and loves working there. It's crazy.
It was impressive. Yeah, they all really felt like I'd say a team first, but a family second. Like, there's some Easter eggs.
I know, that's funny.
Everybody took it super seriously, and like you don't get that atmosphere from places a lot. It's pretty amazing.
Looking at these, it's crazy. Just think how much work goes in even on your side behind the camera. You know, I remember like stopping these a couple times and being like, hey, like this doesn't look good, or don't forget to say this, and like that's what I mean. It's very nice. People think that like I came on this video and interviewing Nicole, and like we were just one take, and like it was like we're just like hanging out and everybody's comfortable. It's like it takes work to set it all up, but it's worth it. And you and Kaylin do a really good job of just be like, hey, you wanted to mention this, or you wanted to do that, or that doesn't look good, and you know, and that helps me look better on camera. So it's just crazy to see this and how like seamless it looks. But there's a lot of work that goes into it on your guys' end to be like, this is how we should set up this table here, do that there. And it helps me look good, which I appreciate.
It's a lot of progression, like looking at what we did and what we want to do better next time, and just every time, like what would we rather do. So it's a lot of experience, and I also edit all the videos myself too. So like I mean I have the editor there ready to complain about the things that the video Joey is doing, and video Joey better get it nice for editing Joey, or editing Joey is going to be really mad. Right. And so like, but having that balance, like if I was just sending it off to an editor all the time and not really understanding what struggles I'm creating for them, you know, you can't progress. Right. So, well, I love your bravery. You're just really down to try whatever situation we throw you.
Hey, well, now you're on camera too. So who would have thought?
This is a one-time deal.
Famous last words.
Yeah. Well, thanks for checking this out with me, man. We have a lot of fun working with you, and I'm excited for the next stuff we do.
Yeah. No, I have a good time.
And we started a YouTube channel. We've got one video up there, but that was a really fun one too. And what I really like about that is like work is out of it. Like that's you and me just having fun together and stuff. And it was really fun to go. Like Ranch is another great place, another great restaurant that's like super into the community, and was really happy to have us and super helpful and grateful. And so if you haven't checked that out, we'll link that one below. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, no, great pizza, great people. So
it's a good mix.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thanks, man.
Yeah, dude.
Cool.